Hi, this is Alex with Home Media Tech, and we're going to take a look at the VidOn Me Android TV box. So this is a relatively new Android TV box that's on the market. I believe it came out in September 2014, but it wasn't widely available. So it is now, going into 2015. And yeah, it's a great little Android TV box. It has VidOn XBMC and the VidOn Media Center built into it, which is sort of like a back-end media system that runs on another server. It has a customized XBMC version that VidOn actually made themselves, and it's all running on Android 4.4. So physically, it's got a quad-core CPU, an 8-core GPU, 8 gigs of space, and 1 gig of RAM. On the back, there's a DC port, there's Ethernet, HDMI, 2 USB, optical audio, a reset button, and a Wi-Fi antenna, which is a nice little addition, actually. The remote itself reminds me of the Apple TV remote. It's got a D-pad, an enter button, menu, back, home, and plus and minus. It's the same sort of shape. It's very thin, both width and height, and it feels solid. It takes a watch battery, which can be seen as a negative, as you can't just run and grab a AAA or AA. You have to go and buy a specific watch battery, which might be a pain for some people. But yep. So looking at the device itself, it's got a nice sleek gold finish to it, and it really does look nice. It's gold and black, and it would look nicely on a media center. Alright, so let's take a look at the software. So you can see here, this is the launcher menu, which is customized by VidOn. It's nice to see that. Typically the Android media players all have that same sort of Metro look. It's kind of crappy, but this is really nice. So if we go through the apps here, the first one is the browser. I've played around with the browser quite a bit, and it's nice. It's responsive. Yeah, just your standard browser. As you can see, there's also a little transition, which is nice there. Next, downloads, nothing great. File manager. I haven't seen this file manager on an Android TV box, so this one's probably either made by them or it's just a standard file manager. I haven't seen it before, but it works fine. The Play Store, Hulu, Miracast, Netflix, and I just want to point out, you can see that there's a little down arrow. So what this has, I guess, is like shortcuts, and the little down arrow means that this isn't installed, but there's a download available for it. So if I click on this with the center enter button, you can see here it starts to download, and this is a cool little feature because I see it as it's sort of like it's there, but you don't need to download it if you don't want to. But when you want it, it's just a quick download, and as you can see, it's done, and you know what I mean. You could use it right away. Pinterest, don't really use that. So the next two things I want to point out, something that actually confused me. If you didn't look into it previously, but so this VidOn XBMC icon with the X is Gotham, which is version 13. The one over here with the VidOn logo that says VidOn XBMC as well is version 12, which is Frodo. So if you're going to use it, use 13. Use the one that has the XBMC logo. This is the VidOn custom XBMC build that they want you to use. And then lastly, there's YouTube. So if we click up, go to the top here, you can go over to Files. So this is again just sort of another file manager. You can go Samba devices, NFS, UPnP, and you can add devices there. And then lastly, settings. Again, you can go through here. There's a first run menu when you turn this on, and it connects you to Wi-Fi and all that sort of stuff. You can set up your display. But if you need to change it, you can go through here. Another thing I want to point out, the update section, which is quite amazing. They have their own update, I guess, system. So if there's any updates, it'll notify you, and you can install updates. During the first run, you need to install a bunch of updates, obviously, because straight from the factory, and they've come out with updates since then. So it's really great. You don't have to try and fiddle around online loading drivers and firmware stuff. It just does it all automatically. So kudos to them. I really like that system. Going back, just take a look at XBMC. It's just stock right now, but as you can see there, they have sort of their own logo. But yeah, it's great. There's no lag. It's very responsive. If we go into system info, you can see here the free memory, all that sort of stuff, storage, network, video. You can see the GPU there, and hardware. You can see the processor, all that sort of stuff. You can see there's memory. So yeah, it's quite a neat little box. I can see this becoming sort of the center of my home theater system. And there's really not that many cons. There's more pros than cons, in my opinion. It's a great little box. But keep in mind that you do need the VidOn membership to use it. So when you buy the box, you get a year for free, and I believe it's $49 a year after that. And again, that's just for the updates and all that sort of stuff, and allows you to use the VidOn Media Center backend, which is basically like a media catalog sort of thing. It allows you to stream to different devices like your phone and other computers. So yeah, that's my look at the VidOn Android TV box. This is Alex with Home Media Tech. Thanks.